You practice, I make progress. It's the postman. You're listening to me on the 3 Count Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chaz Evans, and you are listening to the 3 Count Podcast. Fuck Charlotte. Let's go down the roster. Introducing first, he is the second in command. He's my tag team partner. He's the man that runs this show because I don't do shit. I don't run shit. I just talk shit. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the Red Dog. He's the owner of the Dog Pound. Ladies and gentlemen, Cliff Red Dog Miller.
All right. All right. Training catchphrase. I got nothing.
And introducing next, he is the 67-time world dark side of the ring. Coronavirus surviving, racist killing, smack your mama because the crack tastes like chicken. I definitely flipped that around, but hey, it's Chris Idol.
Hey, everybody. Always happy to be here. You guys want to see a magic trick? No? I don't either. Anyway.
Introducing next, he is my little brother, and the only reason he's on this show is because he's my little brother. He doesn't watch any type of wrestling whatsoever. He just watches What Culture and Wrestle Talk. He definitely loves Ollie Davis. So, Ollie, if you're listening, give us a shout out on the 3 Count Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, you may know him as the Napster. Some of you know him as Josh. Some of you know him as Joshua. But here on the 3 Count Podcast, we call him JJ.
I like to thank the sidewalks, keeping me off the street. Dangerous times, deadly. Make sure you guys are locked and loaded. Chitty bang. And thank you.
You good?
I have my hit 'em up moment this show, so I'm just gonna.
Alrighty. Well, we're going to get right down to business. So, ladies and gentlemen, got some announcements for you. If you have not listened to the latest episode of Now Entering the Ring, we had the wonderful Derby Doll on the show. So, if you have not listened to that, go pause this one right now. Go back into the episode list and go listen to that first. Then come back and listen to this one. Also, if you want to support the 3 Count Podcast, go get yourself a 3 Count Podcast shirt. JJ is wearing his right now. Go get yourself a 3 Count Podcast shirt. Take a picture in it. Put it on social media. Tag us in it. We'll definitely reshare it. Show off your swag. Ladies and gentlemen, now it is time for the Red Dogs Power Rankings!
Whoop, whoop. Hey, shouts to Hollow Drive for their cover of The Danger Zone. We really enjoy your song. So let's get into this really quick. Number 10. I cannot wait to see these faces drop. The Garganos.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, let's be real, man. The NXT match was fire when it was the mixed tag match. Number 9. So this is the first match from NXT's In Your House. Tegan, Shotzi, and Mia Yim make this list. Really enjoyed it. Number 8. Number 8. Finn Balor. So we all can agree that was a great show. Number 7. I have to be honest. This is probably my favorite tag team match of the year so far. FTR. I was bought in the whole way. Except for their 10 feet they drove their car. And the fact that they left the car door open, keys in ignition, and just walked to the ring. No one took that car? Nobody? I beg to differ. Number 6. Let's give it up for the cinematic match of the night. Adam Cole. That was a great match. Thought it was great components. Everything was put together well. So big shout out to that. Number 5. If I could put someone who didn't win the match, Mark would be on this list. Quen did an amazing job with Cody Rhodes, but Cody Rhodes came out the victor in that match, so Cody gets the nod. Number 4. Oh, man. I thought she had an amazing match. I thought it had a funky ending, but it didn't end with a disqualification. But Charlotte gets the nod at number 4. Number 3. Best match I've seen in a long time as far as singles competitors go. We got this match on SmackDown on Friday night. So big shout outs to AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. AJ came out to win, so AJ got the nod. So I have to give a lot of love to that. Number 2, I have to give it up to the man himself. We're talking about In Your House. And let's be real, Uncle Keith gets number 2 in this list. So, with that being said, who gets number 1? Well, Chaz would attest that he called me because it was his favorite triple threat match. It was his favorite match on NXT, and all I got in the first 5 minutes of the conversation was Claff. This was a great match. I'm having so much fun watching it. Claff. So, the legend herself, I cannot believe it. My favorite, one of my favorite wrestlers, Io Shirai, gets the number 1 spot. So big ups to Io Shirai. Big ups to Chaz for calling me and letting me know who won before the match was actually over. So
Not my fault. I didn't know. I had too much to drink. Sorry.
But Io Shirai gets the nod. So number 1 spot. Big ups to her. I love her.
Alrighty, then I have no problem but the number 10, but hey, it is what it is. So let's get right down to business. We got one topic today, and it is the Queen. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about the Queen, and I am not talking about Elizabeth. I am talking about Charlotte Flair. So where does Charlotte go from here, ladies and gentlemen? Charlotte lost the NXT Women's Championship. I just literally threw my pencil. I need that for later. But she lost to Io Shirai and to what's her name? Rhea Ripley. Well, no, Rhea lost, so she lost to Io.
Yes, she lost.
Then the next night on Raw, Charlotte shows up and she gets a dub over the Raw Women's Champion. So with that being said, where does Charlotte go first? We got you, JJ. You've been brewing to talk about Charlotte. So where does Charlotte go? So Josh, you'll start. Idol, you'll go after Josh. I'll go after you, Idol. Cliff, you will get us on the tail end.
All right. I've been really this rant has been marinated for me for about a couple weeks now, and so I'm gonna just go right into this. First of all, I want to give you guys the definition of nepotism. All 3 count listeners, I want to give you the definition of nepotism, and it is the practice among those with power and influence of favoring relatives or friends, especially by giving them jobs or special treatment. Now, I want you to sink that in for a moment. I want you guys to sink in nepotism. And now where I'm going to start off with this. First of all, what was the point of her NXT run?
Are you like asking us? Because
I'm just saying. I'm just gonna put that out there. What was the point of Charlotte's NXT run? You could say it was to put ratings. No one gives a fuck about Charlotte. Everyone hates Charlotte. If anything, it didn't help at all. Did it win? Did it beat them in AEW rankings? No, it did not. Hey, if we put Charlotte in NXT, it could be a good thing, right? Right. She could elevate the women's division. You know what thing she did? She just ransacked it for the past. How many months she had over whatever, like 60 fucking days. I don't give a shit. She just ransacked it. Who did she elevate? She didn't elevate shit because Io Shirai pinned Rhea Ripley. Charlotte did not get pinned. And so who did she elevate? What was the purpose? If Io Shirai was to win this, when she won the title, she should have beaten Charlotte. It would have meant more if she would have pinned Charlotte. But Charlotte doesn't get pinned. Charlotte doesn't elevate anybody. Hell, you can even say the last time she elevated someone was Becky Lynch. And let's be honest, Becky Lynch getting elevated, that was an accident. And they had to just go with it because she had the hot hand. Now let's go even more. Her Raw segment, when she was talking about how she doesn't need titles to define her. The only thing that defines Charlotte's careers are her title reigns. You take that away, what is she? What is she? What is Charlotte?
Ric Flair's daughter.
Oh, that's it. Ric Flair's daughter. And you know what? And guess what? That goes right back into what? Nepotism. What? I think JJ's getting somewhere with this. Okay. Here's even more. Why is Charlotte always in the main event? And yes, she is a really good wrestler, but there should be other people. Look at Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler was supposed to win the Royal Rumble. That didn't happen. Okay, cool. She goes to Elimination Chamber. She fucks everybody up. Now where is she? You don't even see her on fucking television anymore. Oh, Bianca Belair. Remember her? She's on fucking main event. That's where she's been. Not taking time off. She's been on main event. Why is it that they can't find anything for Bianca? Why can't they find anything for Shayna? But they'll find something for Charlotte to do. And that's just the fuck over shit. Look at the main event for not this past WrestleMania, but last year's. It should have just been Ronda versus Becky. There was no reason for Charlotte to be there at all. Charlotte has been in every single WrestleMania. She has been in every single WrestleMania in the match card every single time. Every single time. And she wins every other year. So that's beyond the point. She's the most protected. I don't get why. In 5 years, she has accumulated 12 title reigns. I don't care what anybody says. Y'all can shit on Roman all y'all want, but Roman did not have 66 title matches within those 3 years that he was being overpushed. He did not. You can give so much shit about John Cena, but I'm pretty sure he didn't have 66 title matches in 5 years. Man, he might be a little close. Little. But I don't think he had 12 titles in 5 years. Pretty close, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Now I want to talk about the Go Home show real quick. I want to mention the Go Home show for Backlash and how stupid it was. You're supposed to build up your match for Asuka and Nia Jax. Why the fuck is Charlotte there? What is the purpose? What is the purpose? If you're thinking wrestling psychology in a nutshell, and I'm not even a wrestler, so it's like, whoa, what the fuck, JJ? Why are you getting all smart and shit? And then you're probably like, what the fuck? Why is she there? Why? And then on top of that, when you get into the segment, when she comes out, she starts trashing the women's tag titles. Yes, we get it that they're shit, but fuck. What am I trying to say here? Why the fact that as soon as she loses the title, why is she automatically just getting pushed and elevated to the main event card right away? I bet you nobody would have a problem with Charlotte Flair being gone for about 3 months. Hell, when she like busted her boob, I think that's probably one of the happiest times in the women's division. Easily. Becky's gone, and it's like, oh my god, you can like elevate somebody. But what have they done? Charlotte Flair. Monday, Charlotte Flair. Wednesday, Charlotte Flair. Friday, Charlotte Flair. Why? No one wants to see Charlotte anymore. And you're pushing Charlotte into the main event title picture. On your go-home show of Backlash, you're supposed to be worrying about Nia Jax versus Asuka. And then in the segment with Sasha in the beginning, she was talking as a face. She was the face in that segment. But then when she beats Asuka and she's supposed to be a heel, I don't understand her character. Is she supposed to be a face or a heel? She flip-flops every single segment to suit her. I'm sorry.
I know. But you're going and you're making good points. But everyone's got everybody has some points to make. And I understand you've been brewing on this, but let's wrap it up a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up. All right, let's think of it like this. Charlotte, right? What has she done for the division so far? For like who has she elevated really? Sasha Banks, nope, she ain't getting elevated. Sasha Banks for the past 2 years been tied to Bayley. And we're still waiting for that Bailey versus Sasha moment. At this point, I don't give a shit about that anymore. They're probably not gonna happen until like 2080.
2080.
Yeah, and they're like old and they're old as fuck. That's probably the more they keep waiting on this, it's probably not gonna be
Mae Young and Moolah all over again. Sorry, go ahead. That's still your time.
But yeah, it's not even gonna happen. It's not even gonna. It doesn't matter anymore because it doesn't have that weight. They should have been pulled the plug on that bullshit 2.5 years ago.
But now you're veering off. That ain't even about Charlotte. Now you're going off on the SmackDown Women's Division.
Oh, I'm going off. But let's be honest. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up.
Make your last point. Make your last point. Make your last point.
Chaz talks so much shit about the AEW's Women's Division. But what we should be talking about is the WWE Women's Division and how nobody else gets a fucking chance except Charlotte. Nobody. Why is Charlotte in every single fucking match? Why the fuck she has 66 title matches in 5 years? Why the fuck does she have 12 titles in 5 years? And sometimes she just holds the title for 1 month just to drop it. Why is she in every single WrestleMania card? Why? And yes, she is good. Yes, she is good. Is she the best on the roster? No, the fuck she is not. So why? No, she is not. No, she is not.
Wait, who else? Well, okay.
But I'm just gonna no, because we're trying to wrap it up. We're trying to wrap it up.
You're right.
We're trying to wrap it up. Charlotte needs to go away, and that's my opinion. And I think my opinion is fact. And first of all, I want to say that I have no problem with Charlotte as a person because she's just a character doing her job. I just want to make sure everyone gets that out the way. JJ out. And she's probably gonna get a title match right after this, after Asuka beats the fuck out of Nia Jax. It's just filler.
It's on you, Idol.
Oh, it's my turn now. I don't know. He just kept adding like stuff at the end.
I know. At this point, I'm just like, all right, so now time to. If I had the pencil.
Right.
Oh, you took everyone's time, but he's been telling me all week about he's been waiting to talk about Charlotte. He just feels so passionate about this, so I'm like, all right, go ahead. But yeah, it's your turn, man.
All right, cool. So I have the opposite take. Like Charlotte doesn't bother me. She's for real. Charlotte
and you're
is
part of the problem.
Charlotte's the biggest star I have right now. Josh, shut the fuck up. I'm talking. God damn it. You spoke for like 7 years. You don't get to speak for the rest of the show to the I got the pencil segment. Shut the hell up. God damn. Shit. Anyway, like I was saying, guys. Charlotte's the biggest star. I'm sorry. With everybody's gone. If we're being honest, what established big characters are there in WWE as a whole right now? I'm not talking about NXT because we already see that in the mainstream eye, NXT like doesn't matter. They're not there yet. So I'm talking about Raw, SmackDown. What big star do they have right now, full time? Everybody's gone. They just are. Everybody's gone, and the ones that they have, they're all pretty much on a similar level. Like you could say AJ's kind of hot, but AJ's not super hot right now. You say, oh yeah, well, Randy's there. Well, Randy's not super hot right now. Like Charlotte is that face of the company right now. If we're being honest, if we're being factual, like you say, no one cares about Charlotte. Yet you just spent like 30 minutes ranting about Charlotte, which means you do care about Charlotte. You're talking about her. They want you to talk about her. She's a heel because she gets under people's skin. She is the female John Cena. They just have her in the heel role instead of the babyface role, but she's doing the same thing. And she's getting the...
though. Okay, my bad.
Shut it, Josh. Josh, I will drive the Middle River and kick your ass, and that'll be a bonus episode.
Hey, don't be telling out putting out where we live at.
Oh, what? No one's going to Middle River, Kentucky, Chaz. Gosh.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
But no, she's the female Cena. She's just in the heel role. She's there to facilitate. She's just there to facilitate. Like it, she did what she did on Raw because they're setting up Asuka and Charlotte probably for SummerSlam. If we're being honest, 2020 just, everything going on with the pandemic, it just fucked up everything. They're just going along as they can, trying to make whatever they got work. That's all they're doing. Charlotte's there because she's a big star. She's got the presence. She feels important. When she comes out, she feels important. She's got that presence about her. I understand why they push her. Does she have to be the only one there? No. But I don't know. Nobody else. If we're being honest, the 4 horsewomen as a whole, the collective, they're the important women on the show. If we're being honest.
I have to agree with that.
Like,
I have to agree with that.
Like, Josh is, he went on that Charlotte rant, but if we look at the SmackDown side, you could say, okay, well, who's getting opportunities over there? Charlotte's not on that show. It's the Bayley and Sasha show. Honestly. So it's the 4 horsewomen as a whole. It's just Charlotte's the easy one to pick on because she's Ric Flair's daughter, for being honest. Because, I mean, think about it. Like, if we think about over that 5-year stretch, if we say, okay, well, what were the best women's matches during that 5-year stretch? I guarantee you 95% of them are going to involve one or more of the 4 horsewomen. And more likely than not, it's going to be Charlotte in there too. Because Charlotte's good. Like, she's really, really good. That's not her that's not her fault. She's really, really good.
So I gotta
and she's good at her role. Can convey, like, can get under people's skin like that. Like, let's be real. Shayna, maybe, but let's be honest, Shayna's kind of dry. Shayna's kind of dry. Like, even when she was going in on Becky about all that stuff, it was just kind of like, Shayna's kind of dry. Like, yeah, I know she could fuck me up, but she's kind of dry. Charlotte's got that thing about her. She's got, like I used to tell you, Chaz, I was like, you have this innate ability to just get under people's skin in a way that, like, other people can't do.
Yeah.
And
So,
Charlotte,
I'll piggyback off of, are you waiting? Are you done?
I'm done.
Okay. So I want to piggyback off of what you said, Idol, and that's the thing is there is nobody else. And so here's my thing. Here's my stance on this. I'm on the fence about it only because of the simple fact is that you're right. There is nobody else here. There is nobody. And we have to look at what it is, where we're at in the time period that we're in right now. Whether you want to believe it or not, we're still in the pandemic. And we're still doing shows with, a depleted roster, and there's no fans there. So it's a different time right now, and the ratings are already abysmal as they are. So if we need to make money by getting more viewers on there, we have to put our big stars. And if most of your big stars are gone, and you're one big, shining star, which is Charlotte at this point in juncture, you're going to use her. It's no different from when they had, like we said, like they had Cena. Cena was their biggest star. Were they in a pandemic? No, but he's their biggest star. So you're going to push them. Now, on the flip side of that, I do agree with you, Josh, that Charlotte is being shoved down our throats entirely too much. And I made a statement, and Josh, you were here and you heard me when they announced that Charlotte has been in 66 title matches. It blew my fucking mind. It did, and that's ultimately why we're really much talking about Charlotte today. Anyway, 66 title matches in what was it? 5 years she's been in, as far as on the main roster,
basically.
5 years? That's a lot of title matches. Like, we're talking, like, 5 years is not a long time if you want, as far as wrestling career, but
58 weeks in a year.
Yeah, like, you're better at math than I am, but that average goes really up there. So
I the other day with it was like all the different wrestlers and how many title matches they've been in, and in like a 5-year period of time. Because I guess someone brought up Charlotte, and it was actually kind of crazy to look at that. Like I said, that AJ had been in like 51 title matches.
Yeah, and I can see that.
Yeah,
and that's true. I can see that. In fact, AJ.
I was like, all right, 66.
AJ, on the other hand, we want to take a sidestep. AJ is another one who has been in a lot of title matches, but to AJ's credit, AJ is a big star overseas, and other companies, so he brings that name value. Charlotte, on the other hand, is their homegrown talent. So
yeah,
like I said, I'm on the fence about this. I really don't know whether or not if I want to lean toward the fact that I can't, because I understand. I see both sides of this.
Damn,
I really do. I really see both sides, and I don't want to lean towards one or lean toward the other because I get it. But for me personally, I do believe that she's being shoved down our throats entirely too much. We're getting back into the Cena effect, the Roman effect, whereas we have our star, we know what we want to do, boom, just go. And that's just, we have to look at the time period that we are in right now. And we are in this pandemic and this, I guess, this abbreviated roster. And that's what we have. And, it's like this. You look at look at it like this. Look at all the rest as you have a bunch of toys to play with, okay? But all your toys, someone told you you can't play with half of your toys. So you only got, let's say, 35% of the toys that you started with. Now make a story out of that. So, okay, well, I'm going to pick my big toy, the toy that's my favorite, or not necessarily the favorite, but the one that, that's cooler and the one that works. I'm going to use that one and this one and put that there and put that there. But I'll make sure I put the one that works and everything, because that's what it is. She's a big star. And she's a big star. Why? Like you said, she is Ric Flair's daughter. And does it come down to
nepotism?
Yes.
That's
it does. No, it does.
Hold on.
But that's the wrestling.
Hold on.
That's the wrestling business.
Throwing out the nepotism thing. Sure. Did she get first look because she's Ric Flair's daughter? Yes. But they're not pushing her because she's Ric Flair's daughter. Right. That's how she got her start. That's how she got the eyes.
Good.
But she
actually has
been busting ass. Because she's not like Ted DiBiase.
I'm glad that you said that.
She's not like Ted DiBiase Jr., who got a mega push, who wasn't that good. Like, she's actually really good.
Listen.
She just happens to be, at this point, she just happens to be Ric Flair's daughter. That's not even like her selling point anymore. I'm sorry.
Like, I low key had just been like super quiet because I've been like letting everybody kind of say their piece, right? It's interesting that you brought up, like, when was the last time that Charlotte got pinned? Bayley, SmackDown. You want to call it cheating? Really? I don't give a fuck. It happened, okay? It happened.
Yeah.
She got pinned. Whether it happens or rarely happens, it happened, right? That was the last time. What would Charlotte be if she didn't have her name? She's a blonde, which we know that's Vince's type, and she has an athletic build, which we know that's his type, and she can fucking work. So she's a solid all-around performer all together. And then, when was the last time, other than her busted boob, which you brought up, when was the last time that she was actually injured? Tell me that. Find me a time where Charlotte is injured.
Liable.
She's super durable. And the fact, think about it like this, right? Not only was she on SmackDown, Raw, and NXT, but she's running on the In Your House show, right? So she's running NXT matches and she's running WrestleMania, and then she's showing up the next night. And we see the grueling matches that she goes through. So don't tell me that she's not, like, she can't be consistent. She's consistent. When she's there, like, we have to talk about Charlotte. Because we talk about Charlotte, whether she won and we didn't think she should have won, or she lost, or maybe she should have eaten the pin, or she's a good person, or she's a bad person. We talk about Charlotte all the time, okay? We have a whole segment right now in the 3 Count Podcast dedicated to Charlotte. It is weird, okay? If you did not like Charlotte, and here's the thing, though, JJ, and this is the one thing I want you to take away. If you did not like Charlotte, why are you talking about her? Why does she spur such a reaction out of you? Why is it that we're taking? No. Shut up. I'm gonna drive to Middle River, Connecticut, and beat the shit out of you. Keep talking. So
Middle River, Connecticut. But I live in Middle River, Seattle. Okay. Oh, you want to say something totally different?
My issue is like, yo, like, if you don't like something, then don't react. Like, that's the one thing Vince McMahon cannot stand. If you have no reaction, you have a positive reaction or a negative reaction, you have a reaction. But if you don't like her, stop talking about her. It is what it is. Even Triple H on the call said, hey, all this shit that's making happening right now is going to make sense in 3 to 4 months. So SummerSlam, we're going to see some kind of justification of what's going on with Charlotte and what makes Charlotte. Unless, let's be real, she gets pregnant, right? So you can probably hope maybe Andrade's like boys can just like hit it and blow her up. Let's be real, okay? It is what it is. Because you talk about like
add to your point with her, she's the heel, right? And really the only way to be a true effective heel in real life in these days is to piss off people in real life. Because you can't get that traditional wrestling heat. So to be a heel these days, you have to legitimately like make people mad in real life. It's like, oh my God, all over the place. That's nowadays, that's how you get heat. It's just like, okay, we're going to shove it in her throat so make you hate her. Because that's how we can get you to book. But I'm sorry, Cliff. I just wanted to throw that in.
And you're talking about, like, where is everybody else at? You 100%, you have the right question. Where is everybody else at? What is everybody else doing? Because when you look at the roster, where's Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, right? They just lost the SmackDown titles. But guess what? They're not really getting pushed anywhere. Where is fucking Liv Morgan? She had her 3-week push. Where's Lana? She had her 3-week push. Where's Bianca Belair? You just said main event, right? Maybe they're just like waiting to like pick the right time to bring her up. Where's Kairi Sane? She's gone. I mean, look at it. Where's fucking Tamina? We're asking that question. Where's Naomi? Right? You're asking those questions, but low key, man, like they're not. And it's WWE's fault, okay, that they're not as big a name as they should be. Because let's be real, we've applauded WWE's women's roster so many times. We've talked about how great their women. We low key said that they should be main eventing most of the pay-per-views because they were so strong and they're getting over their characters. But the problem is, when we look at it in a realistic point of view, WWE flattened every one of them out. Sasha and Bayley to be included. Because when we talk about SmackDown, anybody, right now we're at the point where like we wanted this Sasha Bayley match to happen so badly. Now all of a sudden Charlotte's over on SmackDown. We're like, oh, fucking Charlotte's there. Yeah, now we're watching because we want to see who beats the shit out of Charlotte. We're watching Raw because we want to see who beats Charlotte. We're watching NXT because we want to know who beats Charlotte. Right. We're watching NXT in your house talking about, is Charlotte going to take the pin? Answer to that riddle is no. Spoiler alert for those who didn't see NXT. And why are you listening to the podcast if you didn't? So
right. I mean, you did predict that. You did say if she would lose, she's not getting pinned. You did say that. I will give you that. You did say that.
There you go.
So like I said, like, I guess we can say this all. She's the reason why this show itself, she's the only debate topic is Charlotte. So everyone here made great points, and I think this is actually one of the best debates we ever had so far on the show.
Can I throw one more thing in there, Chad?
God damn you, Idol. Go ahead. I'm trying to wrap it up and get to the next.
I know.
Go ahead.
I thought of this. You know how? Okay, it's very rare that Charlotte gets pinned, right? We were just talking about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But don't we remember every time she loses because it's so rare? Which means it means more because she doesn't lose all the time. You beat Natalya, it doesn't really mean anything. It's like, well, everyone beats Natalya. You beat Charlotte, it's like, oh my God, she beat the Queen. Because it's so rare, she rarely loses, which means it means more when she does. But okay, I'm done about Charlotte.
I was just about to add one more thing.
Motherfucker, go ahead. You have 30 fucking seconds.
Triple H's reign of terror ain't shit on this. At least Triple H actually sort of elevated people in his process of the reign of terror.
Oh, shut the fuck up on that one. I'm not taking shit on that. No,
Charlotte has elevated.
No, shut up. I don't want to hear anything about the damn reign of terror.
Rhea's dead.
Rhea, no, she's not.
Yes, she is.
No, she's not.
She's done.
Yeah,
I can't wait till you start. You know what? Hey, let's be real, man. When Rhea comes back and starts running this shit, you can be all over her tits, and I'm gonna call you out and be like, "Nah, bro, you jumped off that fucking pot. You jumped off that train a long time ago."
Make a notation, Cliff. Make a notation. You can be like, this day, JJ, you said.
Hashtag JJ no love for Rhea.
All right, so time to move on. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for everyone's favorite segment. This has been a busy week in the wrestling world. We have played this game literally 3 weeks in a row, and hopefully we don't have to play it for another 3 weeks. Goddamn, pay-per-view after pay-per-view after pay-per-view. But it's time to play If I Had the Pencil. We are going to predict WWE Backlash 2020. Greatest wrestling match ever is going to be on that show. Hopefully, but as of what happened on Friday Night SmackDown, I know why they did not put that on Backlash. So, with that being said, let's start us off. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know the pay-per-view scores, I'll just let you know there's Idol still in front because everyone from In Your House, we all ended up evening out at 66% correct. So, everyone is still ahead. So, Idol is still first. I'm still second. JJ, you're still dead last. And Cliff, you're still at a whopping third.
So last because of AEW.
That's fine. Booking. That's yeah, I get that, but you're still last. So with that being said, let's start this down. Let's start. If I had the pencil. All right. So we're gonna go with the Raw Tag Team. Actually, you know what? No, we're going with the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. So who you got? Who you got, Idol? Got the Iconics?
Iconics.
Got Bayley and Sasha? You got the Iconics? All right, cool. Who you got, JJ?
How is this even a question?
I know you got Sasha because you love her and she's married. So was that your pick? Sasha and Bayley? Oh, I'm sorry, Sasha and Karen.
Yes, Sasha and Karen. Get it
all
right.
Cool.
Thank you.
Who you got, Cliff?
Iconics.
I'm up because I am the icon, so I have to go with the Iconics. Cool. All right, next we're gonna move on. Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus. He had pissed on him on Friday, which is kind of
that
false.
was stupid.
He had apple juice thrown on him
stupid.
because I did like. Shout out to Chris Kazama. I know apple juice when I see it. I'm right there with you, pal. So Hardy or Sheamus? Who you got, Cliff?
Yeah, let me get Jeff Hardy.
Who you got, JJ?
No more words.
Jeff Hardy. Who you got, Idol?
Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy, and I'm going with Sheamus because you don't get piss thrown on you and don't lose, you know. So that's just my take. All right, Raw Tag Team.
It wasn't piss, it was apple juice.
Same thing. Raw Tag Team
That or
Championship.
Jeff Hardy really needs to drink more water.
That's also very true. Raw Tag Team Championship. The Street Profits versus the Viking Raiders. Who you got, Idol?
Man. I'm gonna go with the Profits.
Going with the Street Profits. JJ?
My cup. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, Street Profits.
The Vikings are a joke.
Who you got, Cliff?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Viking Raiders.
Taking the Viking Raiders.
More experience.
I'm also going to go with the Viking Raiders because at this point in juncture, who gives a shit about the Raw Tag Team titles? That's just how I feel. All right, United States Championship match. We got Apollo Crews versus Andrade Cien Almas, but they only call him Andrade. So, Andrade or Apollo, I am going with Apollo. WWE has to make sure they don't piss off the niggas. And yes, I said niggas on the air. So Apollo Crews is going over. Who you got, Cliff?
I'm gonna follow the black man and say Apollo's gonna win.
Idol.
I'm going with Apollo too. That reasoning was hard to beat.
I mean, if you really look at it, like, I'm like, if I'm thinking like WWE, and I don't want a PR nightmare, I'm gonna give the black man the belt. But if I have him lose to a Hispanic, yeah. Do black lives really matter at that point? So, JJ, who you got?
It's crazy. I was gonna make the same reasoning, but you beat me to it. You're literally my twin.
I mean, that's what people say.
I mean, I know they already say that, but like, I think you were like you used Dream Eater against me, and you stole my lines.
God.
Shout out to those Pokemon fans out there, even though I don't play it anymore, but
All right, we got the Raw Women's Championship match. Asuka versus Nia Jax. I'm going with... Honestly, I have no idea. So, Cliff, you go first while I still think about it.
Yeah, so I'm going to, never bet against a Flair. So that's my pick. Oh, wait, that's right. She's not in this fucking match. Josh.
Yeah, she will be the next.
Going with
pay-per-view.
Asuka.
I hope not. I hope not.
She will.
She probably will be.
No, she will.
Who you got, Idol?
I've got Asuka because she has to wrestle Charlotte.
That's also very
Thank you.
JJ?
She has to wrestle Charlotte, so it's Asuka going over. The go home show just literally showed that what they were doing and setting up into the next match.
I agree. I got actually, yeah, I agree. I'm going with Asuka as well. And moving on, we have the greatest wrestling match ever. Edge versus Randy Orton. Who you got, JJ?
Edge.
You got Edge? Ooh. Who you got, Cliff?
I got the fans. The fans, man. They're the true winners in this greatest match of all time. I'm so excited they get to be a part of it. Fuck out of here, man. It's gonna be Orton.
Okay. Idol. I mean, those are two of your favorites. So I don't know how do you choose between the other. So who you got?
As much as it pains me to say this, I'm going with
Orton.
Going with Orton because Edge went over at Mania.
Biggest heel turn ever.
You definitely did, because I did not think you were going with that.
It hurt. It hurt to say.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. So here's the thing. I've told a story before many times about how Idol just fangirled the fuck out for Edge. And so when they started this whole feud, I was like, geez, Idol must be going through like convulsions, just like, how do I pick who to cheer, who to boo? Do I just go with the typical heel and face? But I like them both. And you picking Orton now has made me change my answer. I was going to go with Orton. Go with Orton because I was like, okay, they'll probably do 3 matches in this feud. One will take, Edge took the first one at WrestleMania. I'm like, all right, Orton will probably take this one. And then at the next pay-per-view, which is, SummerSlam, right? Or is it? Yeah, SummerSlam, right? That's next. No, Extreme Rules. Shit, they changed
Extreme Rules. Extreme Rules.
They changed the order of so fucking much at this point. I don't fucking know. But whatever the next pay-per-view is, that'll be the payoff. But now that you picked Orton, which makes me think I know what you're thinking. So, with that being said, I also saw Edge's Instagram posts earlier, and I gotta go with Edge. I think, I don't know. I just got a feeling that Edge is gonna take this one, and that's it. I don't think they're gonna go a third match now, but I gotta go with Edge. Wow, we're split on that one. That's fun. All right. So I got Edge. The next match on the card, we have the Universal Champion. I don't give a shit about this match, but the Universal Championship match. It's a handicap match, which makes so fucking sense. Braun Strowman versus Miz and Morrison. Hey, ho, ho.
Hey, no.
That means you're going with Braun Strowman?
Is this really this is a joke of a match? This is a waste of time on the fucking card. Let's just get this over with. Braun's winning. There we go. Chop. Everybody. Right. Do I have to say it for everybody? Everybody agrees.
Is everyone going with Braun? I'm gonna get it. Is everyone going with Braun?
Yeah, I'm going with Braun.
I'm going with Braun winning the match, but not leaving with the title.
You got Otis cashing in today?
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
I can see that. I don't think Cliff being a goddamn overachiever. He's out here predicting cash-ins, which may get him an extra point if he does get that right. But I don't think we're gonna get a cash-in. If anything, I feel like they would wait. They would wait till fans, let me rephrase that. Actual fans instead of NXT prospects.
The mob.
Yeah, the mob. As fans, but I think they will wait till actual fans to pull that, to get the actual reaction. The actual reaction. There we go. But I gotta go with Braun as well. Like I said, we all agree on that. And last but certainly not the least, probably the one match that, the one title match that people, give a shit about. But if you did not give a shit and you, watch TNA back in the day, you've already seen this match because they definitely posted on their YouTube because TNA loves the shit on WWE and say, hey, we did this first. But we have Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley with McIntyre defending his WWE Heavyweight Championship of the world. So, here's the funny thing. I'll start this one off.
I'm torn with this one.
I was torn at first, but I just got this feeling in my bones. And it's not arthritis. But I got this feeling in my bones. I don't know why, y'all. And it might just be, hey, you know, the activist Black Power is in me. But I really feel like Bobby's taking that belt today. I don't know why. I just feel like Bobby's taking it. So I'm going to go with Lashley. Now, a part of me wants to say you're an idiot, Chaz. They're not, you know, they gave McIntyre this whole thing. They're not going to do that to him. But hey, no one knew coronavirus was showing up except for Damien Fatale because he started wearing a mask in November. But hey, I digress. So, hey, I'm going with Lashley. Who you got, Cliff?
I want to take Lashley.
I'm about to say, you want to say Lashley.
I do. My heart says Lashley. You know what? Yeah, I'll go with it. I'll say Lashley.
Going with Lashley. Alrighty, Idol.
I'm gonna go with Lashley as well.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
JJ. Are you going? You going with Lashley?
This is a really tough one, just because of the fact that Drew's like.
Yeah.
Drew, like they've hyped up Drew, but then at the same time with Bobby, like you see the potential as well. It's like if Bobby wins, maybe we can get that Bobby versus Lesnar match that we've all been waiting for, And then also with the things going on, the fuck.
Because WWE's political as fuck.
and they have to be to a certain extent.
Oh yeah, they fund Donald Trump's campaign. Oh, anyway, keep going. Just name your pick.
The McMahons, that wasn't WWE.
You're right. The McMahons who own the WWE, but that's neither here nor there. We can talk about that next week.
This is like I'm torn in a way.
How every major wrestling federation, the top two support, Donald Trump. Because, Big T Tony's daddy is supporting. I'm sorry. We get into something totally different. Who you got?
I'm torn because I really want Bobby, but at the same time, my statistics, when I have the odds set against me and I go one of, and then you all pick the other, I usually add the highest percentage in that. So
that's facts.
So, I'm kind of torn. But just because of Drew's reign, I think they're going to keep with Drew.
You going with Drew? All right, cool.
Just because I just think that I just have a gut feeling.
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
You guys can have Apollo winning, but
you picked Apollo winning.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. I was about to say you
can have your Black Lives Matter moment for the minor title. That's what Vince is thinking.
You're right about.
That's what Vince is thinking. I hate to say it like that.
Now that you say that, that's
fucked up. That sounds so fucked up when I say it like that. But yeah, that's what Vince is probably thinking. Hey, you guys have your Black Lives Matter with the minor title. Now my major title, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, now you say that, and you put it in perspective like that, you make me want to change. But hey, I've already written on a piece of paper, so that is. So with that being said, let me go down the list real quick. So Cliff, you got the Iconics. You got Jeff Hardy, the Viking Raiders War Experience, Apollo Crews, Asuka, Randy Orton, Braun Strowman, and Bobby Lashley. JJ, you've gone with the Sasha Banks and Karen. Yes. Jeff Hardy, Street Profits, Apollo Crews, Asuka, Edge, Braun, and Drew. Idol, you have the Iconics, Jeff Hardy, Street Profits, Apollo Crews, Asuka, Randy Orton, Braun Strowman, and Bobby Lashley. And I picked the Iconics, Sheamus, Viking Raider War Experience, Apollo Crews, Asuka, You Think You Know Me, Adam Copeland, Braun, I don't like the Indy Strowman, and Lashley. So we will see at Backlash and see how well we got this right. And ladies and gentlemen, that is now the finish. Do-do-do. So with that being said, that was today's show. Hope you all enjoyed this as we did a big-ass debate on Charlotte. I promise you we will probably have another one before the year is out. Charlotte's just that much of a polarizing figure. So next week we'll be back with our same channel, same tune. We'll be back here debating all things wrestling. Depending on how I feel, we may have our review correspondent Damien Fatale show up, but hey, I'm the owner and I don't run this, but I have a good say in how we do things. So we might have him on, we might not. But with that being said, my name is Chaz Evans here with the Red Dog of Red Dogs, Red Dog Cliff Miller, here with the Idol Master in the flesh himself, Chris Idol, here with the Napster, JJ. See you next week for the 3 Count Podcast. Make sure you buy a shirt on Pro Wrestling Tees and be there or be somewhere fucking else.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is JJ, 1/4 of the 3 Count Podcast. Make sure that you follow us on all the social medias. Make sure you subscribe on all podcasting platforms. And make sure you share with all of your friends. JJ out.